Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Sicko Melly back here with the update of the Sickos Game of the Week for Week 1. August 30th in Amherst, Massachusetts. The Temple team took a trip to the north to take on the Massachusetts Minutemen in McGurk Alumni Stadium. The two teams would tangle, both with new commanders commandeering their first forays with their poised and portaled players. The Minutemen marched masterfully down the green grass with their first feel of the football, finding the end zone for an early 7-0 lead. The Owls' opening possession found a timely 12-play drive, matching the Minutemen's touchdown with one of their own, tying the tie at 7-7. The Minutemen then marched right down the gridiron and took a 3-point lead after a 40-yard boot. UMass was undone by coughing up the pill on their next possession, and the Owls, ever the opportunists, organized a timely touchdown for a 14-10 advantage. The mighty Minutemen, resolute to rectify their former flub, a 41-yard gallop gained a first and goal at the Owls' 3-yard line. The Minutemen fought and forced forward to the 1-yard line on 4th down. UMass understood taking the lead back from the Owls could be the key to victory, but the Temple toughness triumphed and muzzled the Minutemen's movement, resulting in a glorious goal line stand. The Owls' offense, energized by their defense's defiance of the UMass offense, trekked 99 yards in a fast 5 plays, taking a commanding 21-10 lead. The Owls' onslaught continued as Temple touchdown after touchdown turned into a torrential downpour of precious points all over the melodious McGurk Stadium, turning the Minutemen marvelers into a melancholy mass. On the other hand, the Owls' onlookers are optimistic and overjoyed with their new commander, Coach Casey Keeler. Temple 42, UMass 10.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of August 31st, 2025. We are on day 4 of football as we're recording it this Sunday. Currently, Miami is up 21-7 on Notre Dame. Pitt Girl's making faces, so something just happened.
Something like almost just happened. I am coming to you live from the Verizon 4K version of this game, which I strongly recommend because there are no commercials. I got to watch the band at halftime, though it was very, very quiet, and I had to crank my TV volume all the way up. And it's so crisp, I can see individual raindrops sometimes. Strong recommend.
Just like the teams this weekend, we should start slow and then pick up things. Because the theme of this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, is getting a slow start.
Yes. We, too, have to remember how to do this.
That's true.
We had some sleepy boys this weekend. As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish, Pitt Girl, and Beth. Beth, how are you?
I think you got me sick.
We've not seen each other or been in the same place, but you and I are both sick at the same time.
Yes.
Which is
yeah, but you got sick first, so I think you got me sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know if you mailed a toxin to my home.
Quantum tunneling.
But yeah. I don't appreciate it. It was rude, and we are fighting.
Pitt Girl, how are you?
It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. I would like to say hello and thank you to all of our friends at the Hailgate, the official tailgate of the city game per Pitt Athletics. We were on the Jumbotron and everything. And also to Duquesne friends of the show who are correct. Jeff Capel is a coward.
Commish, how are you?
1-0, baby. 1-0. You allow 1-0. Let's go. 5 more to go.
I'm the only person in this podcast whose team didn't win this weekend.
Roll the clip, Jordan.
Do you have the slow Texas
I don't have a
music
slow one.
like
I don't
this
have a slow one.
You gotta slow it down. I knew Texas was in trouble when the band did the horns down.
It's a bad sign.
No. There's a lot of bad signs at the beginning of games for teams this week.
Let me tell you, the Oregon Duck being decapitated for the second year in a row. I found out Oregon Duck lost his head skydiving back in the mid-2010s.
My dad texted me that clip like the next day after it went around on Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine asked me with a totally straight face, what happens if the West Virginia mountaineer loses his head?
Nothing good.
I'm like, that's a different situation. Right? That's
lots of sirens, like so many sirens.
So many sirens.
Folks, we are back in it. It is week 1. I've been listening to a lot of other podcasts, so I've got like my sports podcast voice going. Our lock of the week. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. I know.
We don't do that here.
I've been trying to sample other sports podcasts, and I'm realizing that ours is very different.
Oh,
and there is a reason for that.
There's a reason for that.
I keep wishing the solid verbal would also have like liquid verbal and like all of the different solid snake variants.
Plasma verbal. It's extremely hot.
Gaseous verbal.
Let's talk about the pre-Saturday first. Lee Corso's final time on Gameday. They did a bunch of great tributes to him. Apparently, over 5 million people were watching in the last half hour. A record for Gameday. Fox cut over to show his headgear pics.
Oh,
he was dressed in a tuxedo. It was delightful.
It was really cute.
I missed all of this because I was in a parking lot under an overpass, but that's extremely heartwarming.
It had a very Goodbye Mr. Chips vibe, to cite an extremely old movie. I loved it. And oh my God. We were talking in my tailgate as we were watching the headgear pick right before we cleaned up to go into our own game. About how quickly a crowd of 100,000 people was about to turn on a very old man if he picked the wrong hat. The vibe of that moment could have been very different.
People were clamoring for a heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, he would have been a legend for the heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. And he put on the...
Went with his first love. Went with Brutus. Was correct. In fact, Joe Broadback CFB on Twitter noted that all the teams that he played for or coached won on Saturday. Maryland, Louisville, Florida State, Navy, Indiana, and Northern Illinois. So quite a way to send him off. I thought he was going to run out and dot the I in the Brutus head. I had a moment where I was like, oh my God, he's going to run out and dot the I.
That seems wildly dangerous.
For a dude that's not moving around very much, I'm pretty sure that him running out in the field, not the best move. But that means that no more headgear picks. They're going to stop doing it. Nick Saban isn't going to start doing it.
Can you imagine, though? Just Saban being like, give me the fucking head.
That's an ugly
Where
dog.
are they going next week?
That dog. To Norman.
Okay.
From Michigan.
So he would put on the horse head, like, hi, I'm Nick Saban.
No. At Oklahoma, they put on the little like Sooner hat and they shoot the gun.
Okay, the Sooner Schooner hat. Yeah, okay.
I do need to see Saban doing the like Corso thing with the gun where he's just like aimlessly shooting it into the air.
Except it would go right at McAfee's head. Commish, we have watched so many games this weekend. First off, tell me, up here you have Stop Gatekeeping Sickos. What does that mean?
Okay. So there's... so there was a post that happened this weekend that somebody said that, I'm going to watch some Sickos games. And then people were just like, has the name lost all meanings? And I was, so we kind of got like secondarily dragged. We weren't even involved in this, but somebody posted stuff and they're like, yeah, I'm going to watch these really, really late games.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. And then somebody was just like, well, that's not Sickos games. I'm like, there's no gatekeeping. It's undefinable. People can consider games Sickos games, but again, like, we are the Sickos committee. We are the ones that are attempting to watch everything, no matter who's playing. So if you're saying that the only way it could be a Sickos game is you got to watch it on like a downloaded app, and you like through like a bootleg stream through Moldovan VPN, no. The definition of the Sickos committee is because we're sickos, because we watch all the games, because we love it all. And again, the thing is, it's unconventionally appealing. Like, the person posted a Utah UCLA. If you're on the East Coast, right? You're a normal East Coast football fan. You're probably not going to stay up and watch Utah at UCLA. We are, because we
You should have,
it.
because it was a beatdown.
It-
UCLA
it
got
was-
I do love Utah and their pillowcase full of doorknobs.
and
Um,
they maybe
Alas,
offense
I
now?
fell asleep.
and they have a
Yeah,
quarterback now. New Mexico's Devin
Mhm.
Dampier. Holy shit!
Ooh.
Yeah.
As fun as I
So-
remember him being.
Yeah. So I mean, just let it go, man.
Mm.
Like, this word's gonna take on a life of its own. It's become a part of like the lexicon. We don't control the word sickos anymore. Like, whatever the Sickos game is, it's unconventionally appealing. If you can talk to it, if you can talk to it and make it a Sickos game, there's a way you could probably put any game out there outside the top 25 as a Sickos game.
Pitt Girl, what's your breaking news?
Beep, 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 beep. Notre Dame has just scored a touchdown. They're about to kick the PAT. So the U is up 21-14 with almost a full quarter left. Fraud watch. Stay winning.
Let's start by talking about our game of the week. Temple at UMass. Hey, Temple, you beat that ass 42-10.
The whole ass, like every square inch of it.
What the shit? Temple got some-
I'm not even that invested in Temple football because I am but a humble grad student. But for the real Temple fans out there, that must have felt so good. Like, that must feel so good. I didn't know Temple was allowed to score that many points. Like, their quarterback beat tied the touchdown record for Temple.
tied.
6.
Evan Simon.
Yeah.
We need to find out how Liam's doing.
Well, I would hope.
I would
Man.
hope so.
I don't know what happened in this game. This was going back and forth, and then like UMass like breaks off a huge run to get like first and goal at like the 3, and I'm like, okay, UMass is going to take the lead at 17-14. UMass doesn't score. They get stuffed by Temple, and Temple goes 5 plays, 99 yards at 21-10. Like,
Just loses their minds on it.
and
Yeah.
just like, and then like UMass, what they do after that, just I don't know like, this got out of control so fast. Like, the touchdown is 21-10. UMass goes 3 and out, punt. Temple punts. Then UMass goes 3 and out, loses 22 yards in the process. The Temple touchdown, UMass punt, Temple touchdown is 28-10 at half. Nobody scores in the third quarter at all. There was only 2 drives. Temple went 11 plays, UMass went 11 plays, 86 yards, with ending in an interception.
Beautiful.
Like, just back-breaking interception. Then Temple was like, okay, fine, touchdown. UMass turnover on downs. Temple another touchdown. And then UMass 3 and out, and they punt. That was it. 42-10. Man, like, when you name something the Sickos game of the week, you were hoping for like a banger, and it felt like it was on the path. Like, this is going to be a crazy high-scoring event. And then when that goal line stand happened, like, just like a giant owl with like laser eyes awoken, and just zoomed in, because I like, UMass collapsed, which I mean, it's not like there was. I mean, UMass had one fumble, and then that's when Temple took the lead. But that getting stopped on one, and then giving up a touchdown like in 5 plays and 99 yards, like that just like sapped all of UMass's momentum. It was
this might be a thing of Casey Keeler might have that Kurt Signetti thing of look me up, I just win. Because he's been successful everywhere else he's been. He was at Rowan, he was at Delaware, he was at Sam Houston State. Took Sam Houston State to a national title.
true.
And-
I mean, and essentially, I'll credit him with the bowl win last year, even though he wasn't there coaching it.
Look, with a 10-win season.
10-win Sam Houston. That's right, 10-win Sam Houston.
So Temple on the lookout, maybe not at the very bottom of the American. I'm very excited about this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a more conventional game, our number 2 game turned into one of our favorites. Wyoming and Akron was a mud fight.
I just want to read the drive chart for this game.
Let me get this.
Oh.
Wyoming wins this game 10-0.
Yeah.
In Akron. Go for it. Read it.
I just want to read the drive chart for the entire game. Here we go. I'm zooming in, so you don't have to
Yeah,
like
go
make
for
it
it.
bigger.
Okay.
It's fine. So here you go. This is the first quarter. Punt, punt, punt. Second quarter. Punt, 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 punt. Downs, field goal,
Ooh.
missed field goal, downs, end of half.
We almost had an immaculate half. Got real
Almost.
Perfect.
Got close. Almost had the straight punts for the half.
Punts,
Third quarter.
Punts.
There we go. Punt, punt, punt. Interception, interception. Turnover on downs. Punt, punt, punt. The combo breaker, touchdown. Punt, punt. It basically ends the game. It didn't turn over on downs, just the clock ran out.
Mhm.
That was Wyoming and Akron.
I would like to note to state for the record, that the weather was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. No, when I say mud bowl, I don't mean like they were playing in mud. I
Yeah,
mean, it was
no.
just like no one could get anything going.
There was no structural reason why this game should have looked like this, but it did. I would also like to take this moment to appreciate everyone who was watching this game and being like, is the camera on the moon?
It was
Yes.
great.
Yes. The upper deck at Infocision Stadium points basically straight up. I was there in 2015 in a monsoon, and the water came off in sheets. Just came directly down off the upper deck onto the concourse as a sheet of water.
This reminds me of like Akron Stadium, which is new. It's not the Rubber Bowl anymore.
I mean,
But like the press
new-ish.
box, 10 years? 15?
It wasn't. It had not just opened when I was there in 2015.
I feel like it's like 10 or 15 years old.
Yeah.
I'd say 15 maybe. But like they moved out of the Rubber Bowl a while ago. But I feel like this mirrors like ULM Stadium, because when you watch a ULM game, it's pretty much really high up too, because like the press box is at the upper deck of that one behemoth side of Malone Stadium. And
Right.
it reminds me of watching ULM games when I watch Akron. Maybe that's why I like Akron so much. It just reminds me of home.
The other game that looked like this was Texas A&M because they had a lightning issue, so they weren't allowing anyone on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and so they had the one fixed camera from the fucking stratosphere.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between that? It's like, hey, lightning's in the area, but you can keep playing, but we can't use these cameras. And then lightning delays stops the game.
Difference between OSHA and having unions.
Do we still have OSHA?
Yeah.
Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Hey!
North Carolina State 24, East Carolina 17 on Thursday night. This one looked like North Carolina was going to run away with it, but East Carolina starts.
North Carolina
crawling-
State.
North Carolina
North
State,
Carolina State. There we go.
thank you, was going to run away with it, but East Carolina comes crawling back and turns this into a real fighty one at the very end. Go
Like
ahead.
East Carolina, like I thought this was done, and then all of a sudden it's like East Carolina's like the zombie pirates, I guess, just come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it's like a 7-point game, and you're like, East Carolina has the ball, maybe potentially tied. What is going on?
It
in
was
Carter
20
Finley?
It was 24-7 towards the end of the third, and I had packed this one in.
I was like, okay, I guess this is done. But then like East Carolina was like, no, it's not done yet. And they kept props to them to keep fighting. It just, I mean, there wasn't a fight in this game, but they kept fighting. And it was good. It was really good Thursday night football. Like NC State on a Thursday night just feels right.
Central Michigan 16, San Jose State 14.
Nice
I'm
normal football score.
I guess most of y'all didn't catch this one.
I did not catch this one. I was not. No.
This was a relitigation of the 1990 California Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sorry.
doing a lot of relitigation of 1990 on Friday.
Every time weird things come back to the fucking California Bowl. I don't know what it is. San Jose State misses 2 field goals at the end of the game.
Yeah.
To lose this one. Just an absolute brutal way to lose it.
I made it to the point where San Jose State took the lead, which was, I think, like the beginning of the second half, it's 14-13. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I call up our Canadian friend, Joey. I was like, Joey, I'm not going to make it. I tagged him and I tagged him in. And then he proceeded to watch punt, turnover on downs, punt. And then Central Michigan gets a field goal. But then San Jose State drives to get a field goal. And then they miss a 33-yarder. But it's not done yet. Central Michigan goes 3 and out. And then they punt. But then San Jose State drives back down and has a chance to win it with a 56-yarder. And it just no good. And the Chips hang on. Classic action there.
There's a name you're going to want to learn.
I tried last time.
It's Jaron Kiawe Sagapulatele. He is Cal's freshman quarterback.
Apparently really highly rated, too.
Cal 34, Oregon State 15.
How did we get to 15?
That would be... Was it 5 field goals? I believe it was 5 field goals, but let me...
Yes!
I don't think so.
Was it a couple of missed extra points then?
Oh.
No. I think they went for 2 at some point. No? Okay. Field goal, touchdown. They went for 2 and they failed.
Okay.
And then
and then touchdown, went for 2 and they failed again.
Oh no.
Disaster?
Ish. We did a little bit of football, volleyball. And Miami now has the ball when Notre Dame previously had the ball.
Sagapulatele went 20 for 30, 234 yards, 3 touchdowns, and absolutely lit things up. This game was never particularly close. And Cal looks like a lot of fun, which we all are fans of fun, bitey Cal. I think that's something that we've all expressed things about. The Calgorithm was fucking going off on this one. They have been reignited, especially, like I said, because Oregon State fans were giving them shit. And I have to say, shout out to our friend Ashley Batuso, who stayed up on the East Coast for this game and really regretted that choice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Temple thing we forgot to mention. Temple has an English tight end who learned how to play tight end from YouTube.
Yes!
I forgot about that.
From YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're putting together a team who... was it the quarterback that's in the UFL, like Luis Perez? For, like, or the XFL or the UFL? He went to East Texas A&M. He learned how to play quarterback on YouTube.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
YouTube Dream Team when?
All right, we got
So
the quarterback.
AI is coming for all of our jobs, except for the job of Director of Player Development, for whom YouTube is coming for their job.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anytime a coach like recruiting is like, "Hey, have you played this sport before?" No, but I watched a lot of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a scholarship.
Our beloved Rainbows had a time. Arizona 40, Hawaii 6. It was off the island. It's off the island. We don't count it. Don't worry about it.
like they had the fire drill field goal right before the half
Mhm.
Yeah.
to make it like whatever 6. I think it was
Mhm.
like 17-6.
Yeah,
And I was like,
76.
hey, and then like the second half, like Hawaii is just like, I'm not here.
Yeah,
I'm not
it was
here
sort of
anymore.
a, "Hey, maybe."
You're
And
like,
then
hey,
no.
that's why.
No,
No,
actually.
no. It was the kombucha girl gif.
I think they did it specifically so I wouldn't go to bed.
Mm.
Because I'm like, maybe there's hope.
It's like, hey, it's halftime, 17-6. It's 2-possession game. Hawaii's still in it.
Yeah.
Then Arizona was like, oh, you stayed up? Okay, touchdown. And then it was like another touchdown. It's 31-6, and and then Hawaii fumbles, it turns over on down to like, I need to go to bed. But yeah, they poor Hawaii.
I mean, whatever. This is they got paid to do this. It's fine. They play, I think, Sam Houston State next week on the islands. We're fine.
Okay.
I'm good with. I'm kind of happy for Arizona here because like if it was Arizona last year, if it was last year's Arizona, like Hawaii would have had a really, really legit shot to win. And because Arizona was really down, really a mess last year. And they struggled with like New Mexico last year.
Yes.
And, that probably would have happened again with this one if it was last year. But Arizona seemed to have their stuff in order this year. Just again against Hawaii, which we don't know how good Hawaii is. But, we're hoping that they're bowl worthy.
That's a lot of the problem this week is that, listeners, I urge you not to overreact to anything because we don't know how good anyone actually is. So a lot of this could just be one-offs. Who knows? So yes, Pitt Girl.
I would like to provide an update on the interception that I previously described as volleyball, because they've replayed it several times because a Miami player kicked it. Like he was like sort of cartwheeling through the air and it bounced off his foot. There have been so many very strange things in this game. This is a great sport.
Apparently it's very wet there.
It is very wet. As
very
I said, I'm watching this in 4K and I can see individual drops of rain sometimes. There are clips on Blue Sky. Go check them out.
Auburn 38, Baylor 24. Auburn only played one quarterback. After having all three, they played Jackson Arnold.
Yes.
Who only threw for 108 yards. It was the Auburn rushing attack that did it all.
This is spiritually correct. I hate to say that, but it is. I do still want that motherfucker to get fired. And I will say that Auburn looking maybe good just means that it's going to be that much funnier when Diego Pavia continues to own Hugh Freeze's ass later this season.
Jackson Arnold ran for more yards than he passed.
Yeah.
Nick Marshall, welcome back.
Yeah, the return of 2014 Auburn or 2013 Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We are so back.
That may be back in two different spots at the same time.
I know.
Mississippi State 34, Southern Miss 17. Southern Miss was hanging for a bit.
Yeah.
Mississippi State ends up pulling away. We're kicking it in Hattiesburg, like usual.
Where was that catch that Southern Miss made? Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, this was like crazy tip. I just threw it in the show notes real quick.
Let me find it.
Yeah, it was. If you missed this one, like Southern Miss was game for the first half, like for real.
Yeah.
But then like Mississippi State started to lean on them a little bit more in the second half, but this was wild for a touchdown pass. It's like just how they draw it up.
It's tipped up, and he barely catches it at the pylon. It's beautiful.
Okay.
This was where the game was still very close and very competitive, too. It was a lot of fun. This I saw the glimpses of Southern Miss, what they want to be, and I think that's going to carry them through, hopefully to better than 2 wins last year, 1 win last year. It was bad.
It was not a good year last year for Southern Miss. Hopefully it's better this year, but just not against ULM. Please.
That's right. That's the one we can't do.
You can't do that. No.
Our beloved Eastern Michigan Eagles went down to San Marcos and were treated rather rudely by Texas State, 52-27.
Ouch.
This game, again, going into halftime, was a one-score game.
Yeah, 24-17. Eastern Michigan scored like right before the end of the first half, and you're like, okay, 24-17, here we go. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what's happened in a lot of these week one games, but it's like either some teams figure it out and then here's the gas pedal and we're pulling away from you, or the other teams just don't figure it out and then like, oh no, we're in trouble. That seemed like the theme for week one. It was like, yeah, we figured it out. Yeah, we're okay. Others was like, oh crap, did I put the right gas in my car? Did I accidentally fill up with diesel?
Yeah. Ladies, we'll get to both of your games in a second, but that definitely falls under the category of it took us a while to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, if I was going to give a theme to this week, I would call it, ooh, oh.
There was some oohs, like some crazy oohs, but it was just like, oh, here we go. And we're like, ah.
On Thursday night, Rutgers hangs on to beat Ohio 34-31. This was the banger game.
Mm-hmm.
Parker Navarro, once again, from Ohio, absolutely lights out here.
So like it was 17-14, and then all of a sudden like Rutgers gets a touchdown. Then it's 24-14. Then they block a punt for a touchdown. It's 31-14. I'm like, oh, this over now. Rutgers has done it. But no. Fifth-year quarterback, Bobcat quarterback, Parker Navarro, Timothy Chalamet's man, led them back. And Rutgers basically hung on to this one by like the skin of their teeth. 34-31.
I will reiterate that Timothy Chalamet knows ball.
He does.
Ball attributes.
Timothy, come on our podcast.
Yeah, hey, why not?
I know Timothy Chalamet listens to us. I know for sure.
I'm so incredibly nervous about this game this weekend. If you want to go see West Virginia, Ohio this weekend, by the way, about the cheapest ticket I can find is $120.
Really?
Oh yeah, West Virginia fans bought all their season tickets. It was one of those.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Oh, Beth, I wouldn't feel super great about this one.
I mean, I
have mixed feelings about this.
You know what happened when Matt Campbell went to Ohio to play them?
What?
Matt Campbell got put on the hot seat after Ohio upset them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Matt Campbell wanted to fight that fan. It seemed like they had to be held back. But like Iowa State kind of went on a tear in the Big 12, which, I mean, look, Ohio's they're feisty. Rufus is feisty.
Yeah, I mean, they maintained the core of their team even through a coaching change, and also, I mean, they won the MAC last year.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that was always going to be feisty and always is feisty. They had, I think, one down year in the transition between Frank Solich and Tim Albin, and then they were just back. This is what they do.
Yeah, I like the theory of where Ohio is. God, that Rutgers game was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't want to play them next week.
But also, can I say that Rutgers was fun to watch too?
Yeah,
it was a fun game. Rutgers is very watchable.
I mean, that Greg Schiano Rutgers is the best Rutgers, which feels weird to say, but it's true.
It's true.
That's in a while.
It felt like this Rutgers team. I'm gonna like last year. It was kind of like Cal Monangai and like just hope something else happens. But it felt like Rutgers had a little bit more of an open offense this year, because they don't have Cal Monangai. I don't know. They I mean, it feels like they had to open it up because they're just not like necessarily a one-man show.
Yes. Next up, we have Coastal. Virginia
Yikes, man.
48, Coastal 7.
Yeah, what the hell happened here?
So I thought I was watching the game where Coastal took the lead, and it was 3-0 Coastal. And then I turn around and like Virginia's up 14-0, and I'm like, what the hell happened here? So I'm trying to figure out, like, did they take points off the board? And like I couldn't figure out, and then I got caught up in a whole bunch of other stuff happening. So I tried to figure out, like, Virginia missed a field goal. And I'm trying to figure out where there was. It felt like Coastal kicked the field goal. Okay, yeah, there it is. Field goal attempt was good from 42 yards in the first quarter. But then there was an illegal formation on Virginia, and they just took it off the board because it gave them a first down. And then like Coastal didn't score. They fumbled like the next 2 plays later. They fumbled and they didn't get a ball. They didn't get and then it was just done from there. It was like 14-0, 21-0. Like, I mean, they were just killing them at halftime. So I was like, maybe just, I understand getting the first down. I don't know. That if I was the coach, you get the first down, you're probably going to take the points off the board anyway, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it didn't go well after that.
Do we all know who Virginia's quarterback is?
Is it the Musket guy, or is it somebody else?
It's someone else. It's Chandler Morris.
Oh, from North Texas?
From North Texas.
Oh.
This is where he found a new home. And yeah, there's a reason why this sort of had some life in it all of a sudden.
Ooh.
So
he was the whole offense, man.
Yeah.
He threw for 264 and he ran for 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Virginia, keep an eye on Virginia this year. That could be a lot of fun.
Okay. I was worried about Virginia, but I mean, again, I don't know how good Coastal is either. We don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, that's the best part about this, is that we are connecting trend lines with 2 data points, folks. This is what we're doing. There's or even one dot.
One dot
tells you nothing. Ooh. Sorry, I continue to be watching Notre Dame Miami and just like very, 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 very ugly attempt to get rid of the ball. Continue.
Yeah, we are drawing multiple trend lines through a single data point, folks. This is bad data science at its finest.
Overreaction.
We're putting the anal in analysis.
Mm-hmm. Fresno State 42, Georgia Southern 14. Southern was up 14-10 at one point.
Again, I don't know. Like I said, it felt very weird at some of these games. Like, they're just like, hey, it's really close. It's close. All of a sudden, like, what happened?
The turning point was the anime girl on the flag. I have no clue who that is. I have no clue what the reference is. But
somebody tried to explain it to me, and they're like, I don't get it either.
They had a zoom in picture of some person with like a giant Fresno State flag that had an anime girl on it in Fresno State gear. And all of a sudden, it all just clicked. Fresno rushed for 351 yards, and all their offensive scores were off runs.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that was particularly fun.
Also, perhaps Georgia Southern is trying to lull USC into a false sense of security before they spring their trap next week.
Well, we'll talk about the grease spot that USC left in a moment.
Okay.
Missouri State, welcome to FBS, buddies.
Done for dishes. It'll take that right out.
I mean, they scored. It's better.
Yeah.
It's better than I thought they were going to do.
Another team that was on top of the world last year that dropped their opener, the Raging Cajuns go down to Rice, 14-12.
Zesty Rice!
This is the first time I've ever seen a Cajun have trouble with Rice. This is the very fun Run the Triple Rice, and everyone needs to watch this. This game was so much fun to watch. It was like, it's not quite slot T because it's option, but it's a lot of like, oh, where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's it going to go? Oh, there it is. And Louisiana having a bad time trying to cover this.
I honestly, I was hoping for more points out of both sides here.
Yeah, I was too.
I feel like Brian Kelly did one of the TikTok video thingies with Walker Howard, the Raging Cajuns quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where he's spinning on the thing and he's doing, the TikTok
Oh,
dances, doing the thing over his eyes and whatnot. That was another one with like a tight end or whatever. But I feel like he was doing that for this one. And yeah, I honestly, I'm surprised that the Cajuns had trouble scoring. I thought they would put up more points, so I got to give a shout out to the Rice defense, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the Rice defense was much better. And then the offense only put up 14, which they probably don't have the offense humming to like a where you should have it humming at this point.
Give him some time.
Give him some time because this is like Rice is a fun watch. And I was worried that the Cajuns would have trouble defending it, which they felt like they defended it well enough. And the Cajuns still had a shot to win, but Rice's defense held on.
Do you know who Rice is playing this week?
I don't know.
It's Bayou Bucket Week, Houston.
Ooh.
Come on. And it's at Rice Stadium, so this is perfect opportunity to make them look real stupid. Okay. I know we're all on the UTEP bandwagon, but this first game didn't really count, so it's fine. Utah State 28, UTEP 16. This is fine. This is fine. Nothing's on fire yet. Everyone's chill.
At what point are things on fire?
They're definitely gonna need to pick up like the next couple of wins.
I don't know. I think UTEP might be inflammable. Entirely fire resistant.
I love the UTEP meme for this one that they posted after the Utah State football team posted a meme like after they beat UTEP.
Well, what's it?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's the classic meme, and I'll just throw it in the chat real quick. So it is basically,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, where the one guy gives up digging for the whatever there, or the diamonds or whatever, and Utah State is like they're above them and they kept digging. But they had a bunch of the Utah State account had some really, really good puns. Like they went hard on the mining puns. They were like, went mining and unearthed the W. It's just like this.
Now,
It's ridiculous. It was great. They won in the Utah State helmets too.
they
Hell
won.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Utah State. Utah State.
I'm not going to say that we convinced Taylor Swift to go to the Cincinnati-Nebraska game,
I am.
but we mentioned it.
You can't prove that we didn't.
I told her where to spend date night.
Yeah.
You did.
Taylor, if
Nebraska-
you're listening, hi.
Hi.
I want to be your best friend, Taylor. Can I be your best friend?
Hey, you're coming on too strong there. Slow down.
Nebraska
Gotta hang
20, Cincinnati 17.
Gotta hang out first. Like, hey, Taylor, you wanna go to Nippert Stadium to watch some Cincinnati football? Take it slow, Jordan.
Right.
Someone said this is how you.
Nippert Stadium is step 1. Occasional
Yeah.
pen pal is step 2. Then
Yeah.
best friends.
Then paying Cincinnati's entire NIL budget forever.
Mhm.
Yes.
Someone said that this is the most like heterosexual relationship thing ever. Going to see your husband's like kind of shitty college football team.
Yeah.
Fiance's like kind of shitty college football team.
I did really enjoy that we got to see them leave in like the late third quarter, early fourth quarter.
Mhm.
Don't
you gotta
leave
beat
early.
traffic.
Don't leave. No, you don't. No, you don't. This mentality is how Jordan almost missed watching Tulane come back to beat USC in the Cotton Bowl. Do not leave early.
No,
You can get up, go down at the end of your section, and then sprint for your lives, as I did at the 2023 Backyard Brawl in Morgantown. But you don't leave before the clock hits 0.
I still say you should have come over to my section so you could sing the song.
The song's not even about West Virginia.
Is Boise going to be okay?
No, Boise
No.
is not okay.
Boise looked like they had a wasting disease.
They are so aggressively not okay.
They took a lead. They were up 7-0.
And then what
How'd
happened?
that go?
Tampa happened.
That's
if
a
we
wasting disease.
What if I
Tampa
told you?
happened.
What if I told you they outgained South Florida
Yeah.
and the game was still 34-7?
Oh.
Yes.
Notre Dame long pass. Score update. It is 24-17 with 4:23 to go. Notre Dame has the ball there on the Miami 30-ish.
Okay.
Continue.
So Jessica Smetana and Mike Golick Jr. are losing their minds right now. Got it.
Correct.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at their stats right now and like,
Oh, it's just.
this is a strong candidate for Spinach.
Mhm.
It is extremely spinchy.
3 fumbles. That's the story of the night. Is 3 fumbles.
They did have a lot of 4th down conversions they didn't convert either.
Cool.
Like,
Can I talk about this real fast? That coaches this weekend, I don't know what happened in the offseason. I don't know if they all talked, but we're going for it on 4th down this year, kids.
Oh, it's the analytics. I like, and ESPN gives you the little thing now where they tell you what the analytics say. And I think we are finally at the point where football sabermetrics have like gotten into the coach brain.
Because like they're going for it now. I was really happy about this.
Yeah.
It's getting close to like jumping the shark that they're going for it too much.
No,
Yeah.
fuck you. No, fuck you. No, absolutely not. Always go.
It's getting close.
No, always go for it.
I mean, in your own territory, is Kevin Kelly going to be proven right? Never punt.
Never punt.
That girl trying to make the lasers happen.
feel like-
Yeah, I'm trying to make the lasers happen because Notre Dame just got a touchdown. So like this shit's about to get extremely spicy.
I think the microphone is getting in the way of your lasers.
Probably. I'm a fire in my lasers. Maybe.
Yeah, Boise, I don't know if they're out of the conversation for the playoff yet.
No. But they took a massive hit. Yeah.
Absolutely. A huge fucking hit.
Yes.
Georgia Tech wins the 1990 national championship 27-20 over Colorado.
Perfect. Print the shirts.
Bees.
I was tweeting about this game only in B emojis. Went to
Yes.
Emoji Kitchen and started coming up with some mixed bees.
I was staying at the home of a dear friend of the show on Friday night. And he showed me his phone and was like, why is the committee posting bee emojis? And I was like, Georgia Tech is on. Asked and answered.
It's simple enough.
I was informed by several Colorado fans that this game doesn't count because there was no Ralphie.
I mean,
Ooh.
that's legit, but they're not going to have a Ralphie for a while. They're still training the new one.
This whole season's a wash then, I guess.
It's just all scrimmages.
Speaking of wasting diseases, Wisconsin 17, Miami, Ohio 0.
Ugh. Ugh.
This was...
That's concerning.
Yeah, Wisconsin, you should be big worried about this.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin ends up with 353 yards. Miami only manages 117 yards in this game. It goes 0 for 9 on 3rd downs. Yikes. Yeah, I know. That's...
I'm upset. This is upsetting. I understand that Wisconsin is, I think, trying to convert back from like speedy zoom Wisconsin, which didn't work, back to big boys who eat a lot of cheese Wisconsin, which used to work. And I'm sure that is a rough transition, but also
Wisconsin also lost their quarterback in this game.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt.
So
I feel like
But that's
I
a
feel
beloved, cherished tradition.
True.
I feel like Wisconsin's got to drain the fuel line, and they got to put in a different type of gas.
Gotta bleed it. Yeah.
They got to bleed the fuel line of the Phil Longo.
Have they been putting auto diesel in there thinking it's the same?
Sorry,
They just clicking real hard.
That's right. They need to put Willie Nelson's biodiesel back in there, or or more ethanol. I don't. Is there a cheese fuel? I have no idea.
I don't believe there's a cheese fuel.
Is there a cheese-based fuel?
You cannot
That would
make
be
fuel
so
out of fondue.
wildly inefficient. Why
Can
would you do
you
that?
make
No. This is our new
fuel
idea. TM,
out
TM, TM.
of cheese?
I
Can
mean,
you get-
cheese is theoretically flammable. Like, you could burn it, but it takes so much energy to make a cheese.
Just filling my car up with
87
fondue.
unchedded.
Can we make? Okay, I'm not reading the AI thing, but I'm trying to go. AI says yes with
Thank you,
Google, but it just says there's something that's from like AZO materials. I don't even know if this is good. It's like, can we make biofuels from cheese?
I mean, also, you mean to tell me that the thing that is actively setting the planet on fire is endorsing a method of making fuel that would also actively set the planet on fire? Imagine that.
Can we make biofuels from cheese? It says cheese whey waste, a critical environment issue.
Okay, if you make it out of the waste, then maybe.
I mean, Wisconsin, come up with this. Like, University of Wisconsin-Madison, let's go. Solve the cheese whey waste problem and get your big boys back going and running the damn ball again.
Scott Frost Day is eternal. UCF 17, Jacksonville State 10. Jacksonville State came real close on this one.
I was so excited. I thought it was going to happen.
I did too. This felt like
State was leading.
Yeah.
And then I think we were like,
again,
oh my
another
God.
game that was 0-0 at half, by the way.
I mean, both teams did not have any. I was like, there's no way Jack State wins this. And then it's 0-0 at halftime. Jack State takes the lead in the fourth quarter with like 12 minutes left. It's 10-3 Gamecocks. And you're like, is Jack State going to do this? UCF like immediately answers. It's 10-10. Then I think Jack State turned the ball over at some point because there's a missing drive on the ESPN drive chart thing that wasn't great with data this week. Yeah, just a mess. And UCF gets a touchdown with like 32 seconds left, and that was pretty much it.
A couple other games we don't need to talk a lot about. App State wins the Dukes Mayo Classic 34-11 over Charlotte. Mayo Man makes an appearance, who was squeezing mayo in everyone's mouth.
That's true.
Commish and I got a phone call midday on Friday being like, call us. We have a new Tubby adjacent person.
Like the Mayo was like, call us. We got breaking news for you, sickos.
To be fair,
beep, 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 beep. Breaking news.
To be fair, anytime the Mayo Bowl wants us to call them, the answer is yes.
Correct.
I was in the middle of something. I had to text Commish being like, I need you to take this call.
I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I called immediately. I was in the pickup line for my kid. I was like, hello, Mayo Bowl. What do you need? He's like, well, hold on. We got breaking news, but I got to get verbal confirmation we can release this. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, and then it's like, I'll call you back. I'm like, all right. And so like 10 minutes later, I get a call back. It's like, yeah, you can tweet it. Like, go with it. And I'm like, all right. Like this is perfect for y'all. I'm like, okay.
You know how in the president's office there's the red phone
Yup.
to Moscow? We need the yellow phone. We need the yellow phone to Charlotte. It's very important.
This is what the money is for. Do any of you have a landline?
No.
I didn't think you would. Commish, do you have a landline?
No landlines.
I don't either. I love the idea that we all have a landline that can only receive calls from one number.
Ring, 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 ring. Mayo phone.
Somebody picks up the phone like, it's an emergency to call out. They immediately ring through to Tubby.
And Tubby picks up like in the commercial during the Mayo Bowl. He's just holding the phone up to the side of his lid.
This is my favorite reboot of Batman there's ever been.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Tubby walks over and presses 2 keys on the piano. The wall slides open. Wake Forest 10, Kennesaw State 9.
Kennesaw, I'm so proud of you. You tried so hard.
Yeah, this was just Talk about a wasting disease. Wake is going to take a while to get into their new gear. I mean, Jake Dicker gets the first win there, so good for him.
Still,
The team.
Nap Forest. Sleep Forest?
Yeah. Michigan State turns Western Michigan into a grease spot on the road. I don't know how much we want to talk about Alabama, Florida State.
The funny thing happened. We have to talk about it because one of the two funny outcomes happened, and it's the funnier of the two funny outcomes. Oh, hey, balloons. So my thinking about the potential two funny outcomes were either Alabama comes out and turns Florida State into a grease spot, and we all get to hope that Florida State goes 2-10 again. Or previously 2-10 Florida State comes out and beats Alabama's ass. And that's what happened.
That's what happened. This wasn't even a Florida State got lucky on some calls. Nope. This wasn't a quarterback played like Thomas Castellanos played fine. But he didn't play wasn't playing lights out.
But he did talk mad shit and then cash the check, and I love that for him.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like he kind of called a shot, and you're like, okay, but like, dude, I haven't seen Alabama get like pushed around like this.
There were some times when they got literally pushed around.
I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm like, okay, sure, Florida State's moving the ball. They'll get some heat on them, and they'll attack it. I'm like, no, okay.
I mean. Even outside of that, Ty Simpson, eek.
Not it.
But I just don't think. No, I give the quarterback like the O-line for Alabama couldn't run the ball.
Yeah, I mean it's multiple things, right? But I admittedly I did not see all of this game. I got back to where I was to watch the games for the evening, early second half maybe, but like. Whoo, buddy. It has been a while since I've seen an Alabama that looked that bad, and I am including the very, very funny bowl game that was like 6 months ago.
I'm just imagining, like, with what a systems guy Saban is, how frothing mad he has to be at, like, you've broken my perfect machine. Mm-hmm. I built a perfect machine, and you broke it.
He is not dead, but somehow is rolling in his grave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the last time that Alabama dropped their opener? 2001.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that can drink that have never seen Alabama lose an opener.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to know how old I was in 2001?
No, I don't want to know.
I was 6 years old. I was in first grade.
Do you know who they lost to?
Off the top of my head, no.
It was UCLA.
It was, yeah. So Alabama was ranked 25th, and they welcomed in number 17 UCLA.
This was Dennis Franchone's first year.
Yeah. Who's UCLA quarterbacked by? Okay, UCLA 2001 UCLA. The head coach of UCLA was on that UCLA team, Deshaun Foster.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. I was wondering who the quarterback was. Corey Pause? Okay, sure.
Y'all want to see
sounds
something
like a bit character from Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Corey Pause.
Y'all want to see one of the weirdest plays I've seen in a long time? This is from UNLV's beating Sam Houston.
Hey, where did you take out that line that you had that you said you trusted Sam Houston more than UNLV?
I know that's hey. That's
I saw this and I was like, dude, it's the rare pick six when the QB was past the line of scrimmage.
I want you guys to watch where the QB is when he throws his pass.
Okay.
It's 3rd and 29, by the way.
He's like 2 yards past, like 3 yards past.
Oh my
this
God.
is not close.
And surely it was a clean pass though to like a bunch of stuff like there was clearly someone in the area, right? No,
I mean there was. There was someone in the area for the other team though.
I want to say this is when I learned that illegal forward pass. We had so many replies like, why is that a penalty? Like, why doesn't that play stop there? And I'm like, well, you can actually decline the penalty and accept the pick six, which I think any coach would do. I didn't know, like, he's like 2 or 3 yards behind, like past the line of scrimmage, throws a pick six, and just
People are
everyone's
calling,
like, are you sure? Are you
where's
sure?
that flag?
That's an illegal pass. Like, it doesn't count. The pick six doesn't. I'm like, no, decline the penalty, accept the pick six.
We'll pause right there to do our ad read. Join our Beehive, where we get all of our written stuff throughout the week. We have our old-timey sicko recaps. We have some stats we're going to put out this week as well. We got a bunch of stuff. So join us. It comes out a couple times a week, and it's always fun. Join our Patreon for $5 a month. Get access to our Discord where you can chat with us during the games and throughout the week. Do some research with us and a bunch of other stuff. Pitt Girl, go ahead.
Sorry, Miami just kicked a 47-yard field goal, and I thought it might be a doink, but it was not a doink. It was just inside the right upright. We have 1:04 left. Miami's up 27-24. I will probably continue to make football watching noises while Jordan talks. Jordan, continue.
Get access to some of our extra podcasts as well. We'll be putting some out throughout the season, hopefully, some Patreon only stuff.
Yeah, there'll be more. I may have some free time.
There we go. Go to our merch store. I've been plugging it throughout the week. People love their tumbler glasses with Punt and Live Laugh Punt and All Football is Good Football on them. Our Macoon merch is also going crazy.
Yeah.
Go to our YouTube. Go to our Instagram. Go to our Twitch where Joey's been taking over and playing a bunch of stuff there. Shout out to Message Board Genius's podcast. They were on fucking fire this weekend.
I wonder why.
Fire everybody started in the first quarter.
Yeah. Good luck to Mr. DeBoer in Alabama. I think somebody posted like the timeline of Google searches of DeBoer's buyout.
There are already some people justifying how and why Alabama should hire Lane Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be delicious.
If he drops another one, like another stupid one, it's gonna be real bad. I've already
He's
seen,
like actually maybe gonna get fired this year.
I've already seen boosters leaking shit about program culture. Like, it's already starting to leak out because you know that what happens when programs start getting a little weird, the stuff starts leaking out. Oh, it's getting drama filled. It's so delicious.
Commish, your boys can do the funniest thing.
I mean, you say this as though the first college football scandal that I really remember isn't Jetgate.
Yeah, true. And as always, for the softest, comfiest collegiate apparel, home field apparel, use our link and use our offer code yes 3 hots for 15% off your first order. Buy yourself something nice to start the season. Get your hoodie now or your crew neck. They have the heavyweight hoodies now too, Pitt Girl.
And as we record, fleece is 20% off for Labor Day. So is it still 20% off on Tuesday? I don't know. Probably not. But get yourself something nice.
You can experience the regret of missing that sale.
See?
Which means that you should know in advance. Mm-hmm. You should know.
Linear time was a mistake. There's no reason why you don't have to know this now. You could know.
Also, I'll put in a read here for the Varsity app, since they are our partners. If you are on Saturdays and you're trying to cover all the games like we are, listen to the College Football Blitz with Steve Hartzell for the first half, and I forget who does the second half. I forget his name. But they're on for 12 hours every Saturday, cutting between all the games on the radio calls. It is the best way to consume college football if you're trying to consume the whole sport at once. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're out and about, it's perfect.
Yeah. Also, you can listen to like just game broadcasts too. I was listening to the South Carolina game while I was driving today. It's great. Shout out to the Varsity app.
Especially when you're doing something else, listening to TV broadcasts are not descriptive because they don't have to be. Radio broadcasts are incredibly descriptive, which means you can watch it without watching.
And local, which is the best thing about this sport. The regionality is one of the best things about this sport, and every team has their own specific local guy, usually with a delightful accent, calling the game for you.
I got a good dadgummit off the Alabama broadcast.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Is it still Eli Gold calling Alabama games, or has he retired?
No, it's still Eli Gold.
Fantastic.
Some other FBS games: Purdue blanks Ball State. Purdue showing signs of life, which was impressive.
I gotta give a shout out to Purdue. That was we had one of our committee members in the Patreon had the Sickos Committee shoes.
Yes, had the shoes.
That's awesome. That's right. The per shoes. The per shoe.
The per shoe.
The per shoe. So shout out for that. That's awesome. And then like we posted that. Like Shahan's like, who's buying these? And then we sold another two pairs of shoes this week.
Hell yeah.
Shahan, keep making fun of the shoes.
Keep making fun of the shoes. I need to
It only makes us more powerful.
I gotta get a pair. I'm gonna, whenever I go to a trip, I want to wear those shoes. I need those.
Maryland 39, Florida Atlantic 7. September Maryland, welcome back. August Maryland, I guess.
Did a Maryland quarterback set a record in this game?
I didn't hear this. Let me look.
I think there was some sort of like the QB set a record for something. Hold on. Looking it up. Sorry.
Yes.
Malik Washington, 3 touchdowns. Set 2 program records in this game.
Okay, I found him.
Okay, you got it.
He had 258 passing yards, which was the most ever by a true freshman in a Maryland debut, and he had 27 completions, which is the highest single game total by a true freshman in school history.
Yep.
On the other side of the ball, do you know who FAU's quarterback is? That would be Caden Veltkamp. Remember that name?
Yes.
Western Kentucky.
He threw 6 interceptions. 6.
No, he threw 4. The other quarterback threw 2.
Oh, sorry, Zach Gibson.
Yeah. I feel bad for Caden Veltkamp because there was one, he was in the shotgun and Maryland got like an incredibly amazing safety from their defensive end. Like the defensive end blew by 2 FAU linemen, like it was nothing, and Veltkamp just hit the last step of his drop and was just like obliterated for a safety. It was just, I was like, wow, like there was no stopping that safety, which is great play for that sack.
Northwestern heads down to Tulane and gets curb stomped 23-3.
5 turnovers.
Yeah.
5 turnovers by Northwestern. 4 interceptions and 1 strip sack fumble. Tulane looked faster than Northwestern.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like I think Tulane like they weren't fully engaged operationally on offense, but their defense was like on fire, like just harassing former SMU quarterback Preston Stone. And I mean, just incredible.
How long has Jake Retzlaff been there at Tulane? Like, not that long, right?
Literally 30 seconds.
So I want to speak on the Jake Retzlaff situation. Like, whatever happened at BYU, we don't know. He left the school, or he was getting expelled from the school for violations of the honor code. Whatever happened with the allegations that occurred, we don't know what occurred exactly. And it seems like they were dismissed from what I could tell. I mean, we don't condone things of that nature or whatsoever. But it seems like things were dismissed, or I didn't see withdrew, but I see dismissed. So I don't know exactly what occurred there, and everything is sealed. There's like nothing there. So I can't speak on something like that. And this is the Sickos Committee podcast. I can't speak on that. What I can speak of is the 29th was the Hurricane Katrina anniversary. Was the 20-year anniversary of the Hurricane Katrina thing. And what Tulane wanted to do is basically mirror their uniforms. What they wanted to do is just basically mirror the uniforms that they had for the first game after Katrina, where everything was like lost for Tulane. Like Tulane was in like a heavily flooded area. Just like, all the players were evacuated. They played their first game in Shreveport, away from home, and they only had their white jerseys. They didn't even have decals on their helmets. And they basically played the entire 2005 season as nomads. And they wanted to play the season. They wanted to bond it. And so Coach John Summerall and Tulane wanted to honor the Tulane team from 2005 to honor the 20th anniversary of the Katrina incident and like the hurricane. And they wanted to like thank that 2005 team for just playing the entire season, which, I mean, they played a game in Malone Stadium in Monroe. Like, if you look at the 2005 Tulane season, they played like everywhere but New Orleans. Like, they were not able to play a game in New Orleans because their home was the Superdome, which was like wrecked by Hurricane Katrina. And they wanted to wear the white uniforms. Northwestern said no. Now, I can't say how much notice Northwestern was given. I can't say that. But like, if Tulane made an appropriate request before Northwestern traveled, hey, we want to wear white to honor Hurricane Katrina, and Northwestern said no, which, I mean, Northwestern maybe wanted to be like, hey, we don't want to wear our purple jerseys in the heat in New Orleans. Or I don't, because like the graphic said it was 81% humidity in New Orleans. I don't know. I don't know what they wanted to do, but Coach John Summerall was just like, you don't disrespect the city of New Orleans. Basically they'll come for you. And it's just like, hey, I mean, yes, there's been other hurricanes in other locations, but like, there's not been like an entire mass population completely displaced for, I mean, months,
years.
I mean, years. Like, people never even came back, and there hasn't been like, I guess, like that amount of lives lost. Like, people like with helicopters on top of roofs trying to be saved and things of that nature. Which I hate August 29th with a passion. I hate that day. And I was lucky enough myself to be evacuated. I didn't even get to come home for like a month and a half, and the fridge itself was the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled. My kids' diapers don't even compare to that fridge after a month and a half. Like the diapers ain't shit compared to how bad that fridge smelled after a month and a half without power. But I don't know, Northwestern. It doesn't look good to me that you didn't allow Tulane to do this to honor that 2005 team. So more props to the angry wave. They were angry. They were mean. They forced turnovers. They rattled Northwestern, and they got a power conference win. So, they got a win over a P4 team. Good for the Green Wave.
Indeed, good for the Green Wave. Tennessee 45, Syracuse 26. Coach Fran Brown sleeps on the couch of shame.
Yeah. No shower for him. Losers do not get washed.
Yeah, so poor Fran. But as we talked to him, he said it's a 24-hour shower rule. He's probably showered at this point, I would think. Or at least maybe on Monday he'll shower.
Toledo came real close to taking off Kentucky. This is 24-16. Toledo was right there the whole time and was giving them absolute hell this entire game. Kentucky looks like they're going to have a rough year ahead of them.
Our boy Zach Calzada, look, man, he snuck in the first one. He got a quarterback sneak for a touchdown for his first touchdown. They're up 7-0. Then he gets sacked for like a safety. It's 7-2.
Yep, it was 7-2
like,
for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, it was 7-2 for a while. It was ugly. Now Toledo's really, really good MAC team, and Kentucky's, I would say, like 4-8, and they're trying to portal QBs. They're trying to do this. Like Zach Calzada was like 10 for 23 for like 80 something yards, and he rushed 10 times for like 14 yards. It was not necessarily a great day for him, but he was able to get the W over the Rockets, which, it was a gutty effort.
Indiana looks more human this year. Indiana 27, ODU 14. Like,
It's week 1.
give them a chance to get into gear.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember when Kirk Cignetti was really upset after that FIU game when they were up like 24-7
Yeah.
in like the first game of the year, and he did like the gritted teeth, and Beth was like, he's got his hands on his hips and he's upset and everything like that. He did that again in this game. So Grumpy Cignetti was in full force, and I feel like Indiana left a lot on the field just watching this one a little bit.
Yeah.
They also should have had a field goal that was good, but it was like a 54-yarder that was a crossbar doink. It doinked from on the crossbar. It was like, or was it like a 56-yarder? It like doinked perfectly on it and it bounced out. So they could have had 3 more points, but you know.
An update. The U has won.
Yeah. CJ Carr did explore new vistas. Quoting friend of the show, CJ Fogler. CJ Carr exploring new vistas and intentional grounding on that last drive of the game. Also, the very, very last play, Notre Dame technically didn't even get the snap off.
Oh.
Yeah. Like they got the play started and the refs were like, nah, you're too late, bro. It's over.
So now we've had so much clock commandering.
Oh, we had a lot. We'll get to that at the end of this.
We will.
Yeah.
Texas A&M plays a close one with UTSA to begin with. They ended up palindroming them 42-24. UTSA really hung for the first half. Just got out-talented, out-booked.
There was a point I'm like, oh, UTSA. And then all of a sudden, like, I blinked and it was like, and I pulled away. I'm like, damn, that was fast.
Ole Miss a bunch, Georgia State a little.
Yeah.
Washington is tied with Colorado State going into the half. And then Washington ends up pulling away.
Mm-hmm. They won 38-21, right?
I believe that's what they... 38-21, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Utah 41, UCLA 10.
43.
That's so many points for Utah.
We mentioned this earlier.
43.
43. Yeah,
but
43.
also, regardless, so the show notes say Utah with an offense could be dangerous. Imagine Utah coming at you, swinging their pillowcase full of doorknobs in one arm and pointing a gun at you with the other, because like that's what that is.
New Mexico's Devin Dampier finds a new home in Utah, and looks like he's going to have a lot of fun out there.
I mean, he had 206 yards passing. He was 21 for 25. Only four incompletions.
Nice.
Only 4. Jesus. And then he ran the ball 16 times for 87 yards at like 5.4 yards a clip. So if he's able to do what he did at New Mexico at the Big 12 level, look out for Utah, because Utah's defense is always going to be stout. But if Utah has an offense that can put up points, and then they have that other half of the defense that will just like hit you with the sack of nickels, as you said, look out for Utah. Now, again, this is just week 1, but if they can duplicate this for the rest of the year.
Just out here hucking mason jars full of pennies directly at your head.
You forgot your change. Or is it the Simpsons episode was like, hey, I want to be a vigilante with you. Like, here's your sack, but you got to supply your own doorknobs.
LSU 17, Clemson 10.
They did it, LSU.
This was just a good game. Like, it was a fun game.
It was.
I have nothing to say about this.
I enjoyed it.
LSU won an opener.
The first time since 2019, 2018?
2019, since, they won the national title.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah, both these teams are fine. The best part was because Arch Manning didn't play so well. Now Garrett Nussmeier is the odds-on favorite for the Heisman.
It's September, guys.
I love that. So, like, at the end of every Clemson game, the fans are allowed on the field.
I love this too.
And so the LSU fans, along with the Mike the Tiger mascot, decided that they wanted to dance on the Death Valley field.
Oh yeah,
Mike was out there,
and Mike was getting it. I mean, like, they were having fun, and then you just see Mike the Tiger just like dancing. You see all these like everybody in like polos, and then you see Mike the Tiger. There's like one person in like full Zubaz shirt just dancing on Clemson's field, just getting this, having a good time. Everybody else is in a polo, and having fun on the field.
I do really enjoy this. I will take this moment to acknowledge for the record that Clemson's last home loss was to Pitt in 2016. And I know some folks who were on the field after the game. But I enjoy when Clemson has a home loss, because every once in a while you get the kind of like casual college football fan on the internet being like, why are they rushing their field after they lost?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this, since we just had Miami win, right? Miami just won. Shout out to Lee Corso, his final game.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect weekend.
Damn.
He picked Tennessee to win. He picked South Carolina to win. He picked Florida State to win. He picked Miami to win. He picked LSU to win, and he picked Ohio State to win. Perfect 6-0 going on his last show.
And the only one who picked Florida State.
Only one.
Marshall, not so many. Georgia, a bunch. Marshall's going to be working on things.
It's against Georgia, but like, again, Marshall's got some work to do because they've had unprecedented turnover.
Because Marshall is actually Southern Miss now.
Apparently, that's right. They went from Huntington to Hattiesburg.
USC 73, Missouri State 13.
As I said earlier in the show, I'm just happy Missouri State scored, because I really thought they were going to not score.
Yeah, Missouri State scored. Unfortunately, Portland State has not scored yet in 2 games this year.
Missouri State scored first. There was 3-0 for a few minutes.
Scoreboard.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
Take the pictures. Michigan ends up being New Mexico. New Mexico played really well. Jason Eck brought out all the tricksy plays. There was like a through the leg snap. Direct snap to the running back who tucked it over.
Man, Jason Eck was getting beat in like the FCS playoffs, and he was still running trick plays. And honestly, this is like New Mexico being fighty and bitey, in just following a bunch of Michigan fans, which apparently this has happened for some odd reason. On like my normal account, they were getting mad at New Mexico.
Yeah,
they were like, there was like one touchdown New Mexico scored, and they're like, well, I can't even be mad at that. And then New Mexico scored another touchdown. They're like, well, okay, now I'm mad.
now I don't like this.
Now I'm pissed off. I don't like these Lobos. I'm like, okay, Lobos, you're angering Michigan, and you only lose like 34-17, which it is basically, it was like 27-17, and New Mexico hanging in Ann Arbor, which, again, shout out to Bryce, Washington is just like, freshman quarterback, but, I'm sorry, Bryce Underwood.
Bryce Underwood, yeah.
God, I don't know why I said Bryce Washington, but whatever.
South Carolina, this was today. South Carolina 24, Virginia Tech 11. If you missed this today because you were out, this game sat at 7-2, then 7-5, then 10-5, then 10-8 for a while.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I drove back from Pittsburgh, and obnoxiously Pitt boyfriend's family had like a Labor Day cookout. And I really enjoyed checking my phone and then wandering into the living room and seeing that the score was 7-5 and being like, of course, Virginia Tech got a safety. Also, ultimately, South Carolina won this on in part due to a special teams play. They ran a punt back. Like, this is just all classically Beamer ball. 10 out of 10. Perfect. No notes.
I was watching this game with my son, and we're at like the in-laws' house, and I was watching it with my son, and he saw the punt returns. Like, Dad, that was the first time I've ever seen anybody do that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You've had to see a punt return before for a touchdown? He's like, no. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Beamer ball.
But Beamer ball, his first experience of a punt return, and he just kept saying that was really awesome. I don't know how he did that.
I don't know either.
It was a great return too. Like there was like a spin in the middle. I just like towards the end, and I'm like, I didn't think he was gonna get in, and then he did. My kid really appreciated the Beamer ball. So
Texas 7, Ohio State 14.
slow
Now,
horns
Hit the
down.
button. No, hit the button, Jordan. Play it.
I don't have a sad version.
No, just play it
No,
though.
play the regular one. I want to hear it.
Congrats to the Spinach Team of the Week, the Texas Longhorns.
Now, listeners, we need to explain what spinach is since this is the new season.
That's true.
Yes.
New listeners.
Beth, do you want to explain spinach since this is your thing?
It is the person who takes the most stats and does the least with it. Much in the same way that when one cooks raw spinach, you have all of these leaves, and in the end, you end up with a tablespoon of food. How was Texas's tablespoon of points?
I just want to say this. Texas, 3rd down, 5 for 14. Texas, 4th down conversions, 1 of 5.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Texas, total yards, 336. Ohio State, 215. Only 1 turnover for Texas.
They got stopped in the red zone. They were in the red zone, I think, 3 times without scoring anything. Maybe
That's
2.
spinach, baby. Spinach,
Yeah,
baby.
I saw exactly 0% of this game because it was on at the same time as the Pitt game. What?
Wait,
what?
hold on. Wait, is that Spinarch Manning?
Yeah. Look, Arch is going to get better.
Of course.
This was a rough one to throw him into. Ohio State's defense 8. Both defenses looked really good, but I think that's because both offenses have not found their gear yet. I forget who said this, but I think that these two teams at the end of the year will look very different than what they did right now. They are not near their ceiling, but it's going to take a while for them to get into gear.
It is such a game to play. Like, you have 2 like first-time starters for both teams against like defenses that are top 10 FBS defenses, and you have Arch Manning going against the defending national champions at their place, ranked 3 for some odd reason. And then you have a quarterback, that's starting for the first time in Ohio State going up against the Texas defense, which again, top 10 FBS defense. It's gonna look like this. And was Ohio State very conservative? Probably.
Very conservative. They could probably take the restrictor plates off him a little more.
I mean, a little bit, but I feel like the Ryan Day game plan was to not let him make a mistake, and it kind of worked out because Arch made 1 and Texas could not punch it in the red zone. So there you go. Also, by the way,
before you mention that thing,
okay,
I want to ask Pitt Girl and Beth, you guys were out of communication for most of this game. Did you hear about the nipple piercing?
I did, but only because I fell asleep listening to Fullcast After the Dark last night.
Okay.
I think that was one of the spots where I was asleep during Fullcast After Dark because I did fall asleep several times.
Let's find the picture.
How upset am I about to be?
Yeah, pretty upset. Pitt Girl, sorry, Beth, this is going in the chat.
What?
I know.
There's no way that's... I hadn't looked at it that closely. There's no way that's anything else.
I believe Ryan Day has 1 nipple piercing, yes.
No, it's unconfirmed. Some people have said it's false. And I'm just going to drop something here that it looks like somebody...
that sloth from Ice Age.
Yes, people have said that's been... people have said that it looks like that sloth from Ice Age has been photoshopped there. Sid from Ice Age photoshopped on so it's not been confirmed. I posted this on Blue Sky, and then I deleted it later, and I was like, wait, this is not confirmed. I was like, this is a rumor, this is a theory, and then people were like, well, it makes him more likable. And I'm like,
Does it?
And some people have said that, and I'm like, Or like, oh damn, I didn't know he was a freak. Or like, hey, if we win the national championship, I'm gonna get my left nipple pierced.
That feels like Jennifer.
So, I mean, I don't know. I have a number of thoughts here, most of which are, if you want to get your nipples pierced, whatever. I don't think that's that weird. I do think only getting one pierced is weird.
I'm
You're gonna
trying
walk
to-
around lopsided for your entire life?
Me and Lefty.
Is this somebody? So the sort of person who's going to get their nipple pierced because of this? Is this someone who's been, considering getting a nipple pierced for a long period of time, and for whatever reason, this is just the thing that put them over the edge? Or is it that, I'd never thought about it before, but boy, it sure looks like a good idea now?
I think that, I don't know. Why not a tattoo? Get the tattoo.
Yeah. Well, and also it is
Get
weird.
the tattoo of a nipple piercing.
Get a tattoo of Sid from Ice Age. Not confirmed.
The official nipple tattoo of
the Sickos Committee.
Jesus.
Talking about the nips.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
In order to be fully fair to Ryan Day, I will say I am aware, people who know what I look like in meat space, I am aware that it is not fully fair to be like, it's weird to have one nipple piercing when I have several piercings only in my left ear. Like I have two matching lobe piercings, and then I have three technically cartilage piercings only in my left ear. That does not feel lopsided in the way that having one nipple piercing feels lopsided. I don't know why. Don't at me.
Hold up, I'm trying to Photoshop Sid on there.
It does feel like it would make boob jail unusually unpleasant.
And only having one.
Only one.
I'm going to drop this in our private chat. This isn't going to go public.
Yeah, this is just for us.
Oh, good. My computer has made the Discord noise.
Oh my God.
What fresh hell is here? No, Jordan, you need to post that.
You gotta post it.
You need to post that.
You gotta post that now.
Okay.
Like on both sides.
Okay.
Oh.
While I'm doing that, can you talk about Nevada, Penn State? There was this 46-11.
Penn State won. Nevada scored one at the end, and that really angered some bettors, which that's all I really know.
This was a scoregami.
It was?
Ooh.
A collegiate
46-11.
scoregami. 46-11 is a collegiate scoregami, something that's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I go to both places. In some FCS news, let me pull up my FCS scoreboard real fast because we had some real fun ones in there. First off, let's talk about the FCS teams that won, that beat FBS teams. Congratulations, Tarleton State. You are 2-0 after beating the U.S. fucking Army.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So I watched this game, and the thing that I don't understand about this game is, especially I think in overtime, the second time that Army sent their kicker out and was like, hey, we're gonna send you out to kick. It was 4th and 3. You are the United States Army. You are playing option football and have since the dawn of time. Your whole thing is getting 3 yards, and you're sending this poor bastard kicker out here? Why are you doing this to him? He doesn't deserve this. Go get 3 yards. That's your job, Army.
You're a machine built to get 3 yards. Just turn the machine on.
Correct.
I was kind of upset at Tarleton State at the end. I was mad at them because they had the ball with like a minute something left, and they chose to basically tuck their tails and try to get it to OT, which it worked out. But you have a chance to beat an FBS team, go do it. And they just ran the ball 3 times and then punted. And I was like, okay, that is kind of cowards football. It's not going to work out. But with Army on the other side, maybe that's the smartest strategy. Again, that's why I'm not a college football head coach. Also, because I don't have a playbook or anything like that. But Coach Commish, I only coach like youth soccer. But I was mad at them. Like, you got to take like some sort of shot. You got to take some. Like, look, man, you're the FCS team. Take a shot. Let's do this. And they had to go to double OT to do it, and they were lucky to get away with it.
The other FCS upset over FBS. Ooh, Austin Peay 34, Middle Tennessee 14.
Let's go, Peay.
This was never even in question.
My God.
This is Austin Peay's first FBS win since '87.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I was this many.
Don't pick girl.
Don't.
I was negative several.
This is going to be. Do we remember who the head coach at Mitsu is?
Derek Mason.
It's Derek Mason.
Oh, good for him.
Well,
I mean, less so, but
The other one we need to talk about. Well, first off, this was the last time Austin Peay won an FBS game. It was against Kansas State.
Yeah, in 1987. Yeah, the next year they hired Bill Snyder in 1988.
We also need to talk about the other side of FCS. We had an NAIA school beat an FCS school.
Yes.
Weber International, a school with 850 students, about 15% of which are on their football team. You beat Stetson 31-21.
855 students. How many teals is that?
How many was it?
855.
That is one teal.
That's one teal? Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't even find a good resolution logo of like a good resolution copy of their logo.
Yeah. I Weber International. It sounds like an investment firm. Weber International University in Babson Park, Florida.
The Weber International Warriors are the athletic teams representing Weber International University. Yep.
This is the 10th time this has happened in history.
Wow.
This is rarer than FBS, FCS by a long shot.
Oh, well, yeah.
This is, Stetson's going to be, we talked about Stetson in our Pyro League preview. Stetson, this is going to be a rough one, y'all. Just hang on.
Man. So like Weber International University is in the absolute middle of Florida.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've just clicked through. Babson Park is in Polk County, which is very, very close to the the geographic center of the state of Florida is in Polk County.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name some things right next to Weber International University.
Mm-hmm.
Crooked Lake Park. Frost Proof, Florida.
Been there.
Me too. Reedy Lake. And then the one that I can never say. Lake Waihokapaca.
Close enough.
I did not say that right.
Congratulations, Weber International. I didn't. Yeah. Ooh. I would also like to, before we go too far, I would also like to shout out UTRGV.
Yes.
Who played their first ever football game.
They did.
And they beat Sul Ross State 66-0.
Yeah, you know what that means?
What?
They, unlike Texas and also Alabama, have won in 2025.
That's correct.
This is the ultimate one in a row.
One in a row. One in a row.
Now, people got a little offended when we brought up the one team has been playing football for 100 years. The other one started playing football yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
And people were like, well, Sul Ross State was D3 and now they're just D2 and they're out in the middle of nowhere. And my guys, this is a team. Like, do you know how long it takes for teams to get their first win sometimes, even if they play like down schedules?
Yeah, they just winked into existence.
Yeah. Like I met the coach at the Southland Media Days last year. And like he was locked in then. And I'm like talking to him like, hey, you're going to have mariachis at the stadium? Are you going to be doing all of this stuff? Locked in. Like, just like, no, I'm ready to coach right now. Like, he was dead serious. And they weren't going to play a game for another year. And boy, did he take it out on Sul Ross State.
Friend of the program, Matt Brown, was down there for the very first game. He also went to a high school football game between Harlingen and Weslaco, two places near where I grew up. Now, Beth, who joined them at that game? What magical creature was there?
I picked the wrong time to look down at my phone.
Beth, the HEB Kaiju was there.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
right.
HEB Buddy.
HEB Buddy.
I hate that thing.
They also had a Whataburger, like build the burger event in the end zones. Which, look, man, the Valley is gonna love that football team. Like, no matter what's gonna happen, like they're gonna support it. They're gonna go out. It's a fantastic facility. And Matt Brown was just like, it is so hot out here, and I'm like, Matt Brown, you have no idea what you just got yourself into living in Chicago, and you're going down to the Valley in August.
Welcome to the surface of the sun.
Yeah, man. I was driving today, and my car was like, it's 102. I'm like, good Lord.
Jordan, how many horrifying grocery store kaijus are there? Like, is it just like there's one and it travels around, or are you just inundated with those fucking things?
No, they're inundated. They're everywhere. Every HEB has one.
You know, I'm never going to Australia because of the spiders, and I'm strongly considering never going to Texas right now.
No, you should go to Texas. You want the corn tortillas.
In other FCS news, Youngstown State 24, Mercyhurst 15. Mercyhurst begins their Ride to Hell tour and doesn't do too bad against Youngstown State.
It felt like Youngstown State let off the gas a little bit because it was like 24/7. And then I don't know if Youngstown State has an additional gas pedal this year or not. But like Mercyhurst got like a late score, and it made the score look a little bit prettier than what it was. But no, the Lakers were fighting, and I loved their script helmet, which was nice.
Looked good.
It did look really, really good.
New to FCS, New Haven 14, Marist 31.
Dude, I watched this entire game.
Oh God.
Look, man, Marist, it was a Friday night, and I'm in Poughkeepsie with you. I'm in Poughkeepsie with the Red Foxes.
Spiritual Poughkeepsie.
I am there. There was like pictures of people at like a Marist tailgate. Like these Marist tailgaters had Marist jerseys on. And I'm like, I want a Marist jersey. Send me a Marist jersey. I was hyped. Like, let's go. Because like Marist last year, they did not have a great year whatsoever. And I was like, this is the time that, you know, Marist gets a brand new team, and they get to bring like a rude awakening to like, hey, welcome to FCS, welcome to Poughkeepsie. Like Marist last year, their only win was over Stetson.
Yeah.
Who just lost to an NAIA team. And they took it to New Haven. And it was just like Bill C, we had him on for the Pioneer preview. He was like, New Haven's like higher ranked than Marist. And honestly, Marist played fantastic. The camera angles at the Marist game, it's so good. It is
cozy.
So good.
Cozy.
So cozy. I love the field goal because they still have like it's like a multi-sport field. So when they kick like a field goal, you can see like the outline of the soccer field, like the yellow soccer field. It's so good. Even on an extra point. He's just outside the box, and he's got a free kick for an extra point. So good.
ULM 29, St. Francis 0.
Mm-hmm.
Blanked them.
That's right.
Now there were some concerning things about ULM here.
Let's get to the good stuff first. Let's get to the good stuff. All right, let's get to the good stuff. ULM wins 29-0.
Yay!
It's ULM's first shutout since 2015. So I have to look up ULM 2015 football because I don't know who they last shut out. I have no idea.
ULM football.
It was Nichols.
It was against Nichols? Okay. So another FCS team.
Yep, 47-0, September 12th, 2015.
Wow. That was a big blowout. So there was
one of 2 wins that season.
Yes. Okay. They beat New Mexico State and Nichols State.
Balloons.
It's funny, after this shutout, the next game they had to play was against Alabama. And the next game they have to play is against Alabama. All right. So this was really confusing to me. I was like, how the fuck did they get to 29 points? I was so confused. I was like, why is ULM at 29 points? Well, they put in some points in the second half, and they expanded the lead over the Red Flash. I was like, okay. So it was 10-0 at halftime. ULM's up. They make it 17-0. And then all of a sudden it's the fourth quarter. ULM's like, yeah, let's get another one. It's 23-0 ULM. St. Francis blocks the point after touchdown. And I'm like, okay.
Worrying.
Yeah, that's a little worrying. Then ULM gets another touchdown a few minutes later on their next drive or whatever. And they get their extra point blocked again.
This is going to be an issue. This feels systematic.
I don't know exactly what the spread was, but some people have said the spread was 31. And I feel like that's ridiculous for a ULM game to begin with. But like ULM not covering the spread because they had 2 extra points blocked is classic ULM. But yeah, it's a little concerning for next week.
That's
I'm terrified for the kickers. Yeah. If we get to the point that ULM can kick. But yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You were assuming that you're going to get a chance to kick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
y'all, Kent State did it. 21-17 over Merrimack. This one came down to it, and I was very concerned.
And a friend of the show was there.
Yeah.
Yes, shout out to a dear friend of mine from undergrad who is now teaching at Kent State. Let's go.
Want to shout out DeRealist Clark.
DeRealist Clark. Play the video. Did I link the video?
You didn't link the video.
Oh, damn it.
Let me find it.
Right. DeRealist Clark.
Yeah. No, I can't find it right now. We'll just go.
Hold on. Let me see if I got it.
Can you?
Kent State. We follow Kent State football, but they don't follow us.
Kent State Senpai, please notice us.
Mm-hmm. Men in Blazers Senpai noticed us.
Yeah, they
did.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I found DeRealist.
Okay. Where'd you put it?
Hold on.
First thing.
I almost wanted to DM it to somebody. DeRealist Clark. This was a great return too. Like, I thought he was tackled, but then he broke 2 tackles.
Okay, got it.
Also, for those of you keeping track at home, this is DeRealist with a Y.
DeRealist.
Here we go. Loading in.
So Merrimack just took the lead 17-14, and then they have to kick the ensuing kickoff to Kent State.
Oh, there he goes.
He down.
Zoom.
Kicker didn't give it his all to make that tackle. I'm just going to say right now. Kicker noped out of there real fast.
Yeah, not enough want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I too would probably nope out when faced with DeRealist.
I mean, if you're not the DeRealist, you're not going to stop him.
Mm-mm.
You got to be the more DeRealerister.
DeRealmost?
DeRealmoster?
Gorilla Mostest.
DeRealmostus?
Alcorn State 10, Northwestern State 20. Northwestern State snaps a 20-game losing streak. It's been 2 years. They rushed the field. It was great. 1,027 days since their last win. Northwestern State went through it.
Huge tragedy in the program in like 2023. They didn't even finish the season. Last year they were on 12. So they stormed the field, and there was a good bit of people on the field, like a good bit of students. They celebrated it. And people were like, why are they rushing the field just for beating Alcorn State? I'm like, they haven't won a game since 2022. Let them rush the fucking field. Let them have fun in Natchitoches.
You never know. You never know when it's going to happen again.
Yeah. You got a shot to do it. Do it.
Only reason I want to mention Delaware being Delaware State is Delaware's quarterback is Nick Minicucci.
And I love that we had like somebody, an anonymous Delaware player, was like, yes, it's pronounced just that way.
Thank you, anonymous Delaware player. We needed to know that.
Thank you, anonymous Delaware player.
Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Incarnate Word beats Eastern Washington 31-21. They're back on track. They had that first, give them some chances to get back.
It was 21-21. I'm like, uh-oh. And then Incarnate Word pulled away.
Battle of the Palouse was fucking fire. Idaho at Washington State. This was a late one, but was a ton of fun. This was tied. Oh, sorry. Washington State was up 10-0.
Yeah.
Then
Idaho fought back.
It's 10-10. Ties it to 10-10. And then field goal with time running out. Washington State wins this. This is one of those great rivalries. They've played this a bajillion times.
Yep.
Beautiful.
A good one. I like the Idaho fans were like one wall of the end zone in Washington State Stadium. Just incredible game. Fantastic watch. The Idaho script helmet, also beautiful.
You remember when Idaho State gave so much hell to UNLV last week?
Yeah.
Well, they lost to
the Thunderbirds.
Southern Utah.
The fabulous Thunderbirds, like, just it didn't seem like they could stop them. Idaho State could not stop them. There may be some defensive issues there.
So you remember the UC Davis Mercer game that got canceled?
No, because it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Well, Mercer ends up coughing a weird one up to Presbyterian, 15-10. Ranked Mercer goes down to Presbyterian, 15-10. And then UC Davis almost chokes as well. They were down to Utah Tech, but managed to come back. We're calling this the Crampton Curse, Commish?
It's the Crampton Curse. I'm just going to say this. We've had people DM us from Mercer that absolutely hate Montgomery, Alabama, and they say nothing good has ever happened in that city.
Okay. And
they wish to never go back to that city ever again. And after what happened to, losing this game, I completely believe that. But, I have to give a shout out to the Pioneer League Presbyterian Blue Hose. I must do this. And I'm going to channel something real quick. The Blue Hose. The Blue Hose. They win in different area codes. Area codes. Hose. The Blue Hose.
And an absolute banger to finish up with before we do our weekly things review. Monmouth Colgate. Monmouth 42, Colgate 39. 28 unanswered points for Monmouth. They were way down.
I am on the Monmouth bandwagon. You can never get me off Monmouth. Like I am if the Monmouth is playing, I am watching Monmouth. This was like, I was like, damn, Monmouth is getting killed. But Monmouth had threw 4 interceptions and they're down 31-7. And I'm like Monmouth, stop throwing interceptions. And so Monmouth was like, okay, we'll stop throwing interceptions. Bomb, like 70-something yard touchdown. It's 31-14. Another long touchdown. It's 31-21. Another touchdown. It's 31-28. Another touchdown. They have the lead. It's just like another bomb. Like they just, I don't know what it was. And also CFB Campus Tour was at this game when this happened.
That's right. He
was at this game. And the win probability chart, which it was 31-7. And it was in the third quarter. Colgate had a 99% win probability, but Monmouth flipped it around in less than a quarter with 28 unanswered points. In the third quarter, all in the third quarter. God, Monmouth, you're awesome.
We already did our Spinach Team of the Week. Commish, who are our Mario Cristobal Memorial Clock Commander of the Week nominees?
All right. So, after Mario Cristobal, did not kneel against Georgia Tech and wound up losing that game, we created the Clock Commander of the Week award.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 nominees this week here.
Mm-hmm.
So the Clock Commander of the Week nominees, we have Dabo, terrible clock management by Clemson. They had 2:27 left, and then they had all 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have the 2-minute timeout, warning, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can crow things on offense. So somebody nominated him for letting the clock run down to the 2-minute warning without taking a timeout.
Nah, I thought that was fine.
Okay, Clemson got in
the
relatively
2-minute timeout's free, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So Clemson still wound up getting in scoring position, but LSU was able to hold on and shut them down on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders, this one here.
Yeah.
There is a minute left, and Deion had 2 timeouts left and did not use either of them.
Two. Does he think it's roll over to next week? Does he get points for not using them?
I don't know.
This is the one for me.
Okay. Then we have another one. It's the end of the first half. It's UAB versus Alabama State. And this is kind of a bit of a back and forth game, which, oh God, did this wind up finishing a back and forth game. So Trent Dilfer declined a 10-second runoff penalty at the end of the first half. He declined that 10-second runoff. With those extra 10 seconds, Alabama State wound up scoring a touchdown to take a 21-17 halftime lead.
I don't know.
This is Deion's.
Yeah, I think this is Deion's because Trent Dilfer deserves it.
I have to give it to Deion. That was utterly boneheaded.
I just I don't know what was he planning to do with those 2 timeouts.
It was so egregious that it's like, do you understand what these are for?
Like you have them. You can't take them with you.
He was like, "Hey, Salter, just keep going. Whatever. We'll keep doing it." It felt like an NBA thing where the coach is like, "I'm not going to take a timeout with like 20 seconds left because I don't want the other team to set up their defense and like just let the point guard create something." And I'm like, that doesn't work the same in football.
No.
What was our longest scoring drive of the week? So
the longest scoring drive of the week was BYU. They took it to Portland State. They had a 15-play, 79-yard drive that took 10 minutes and 21 seconds. This occurred when they were already up 62-0 in the game. So they milked the clock fully. And this touchdown drive made it 69-0 where the score ended. That is the longest scoring drive of the week.
Nice. I didn't know BYU was allowed to have that score.
This was Portland State's current scoring margin is 111-0.
Yeah, Portland State has not scored a point yet, and they have been blown out in 2 games. They're 0-2. The longest non-scoring drive of the week was, shout out to Minnesota. They rode the boat against Pete Lem Buffalo, and they took the last drive of the game. They went 16 plays, 58 yards, in 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
Choked him out.
Salt away. Choked the Gopher choked him. Goldie the Gopher. Like basically got somebody in the sleeper hold to win the game 23-10. PJ Fleck was like, they're not getting the ball back. It just suffocated the crap out of the Buffalo Bulls to just seal that win 23-10.
Our longest punt of the week?
Longest punt of the week, Angus Davies, an Aussie punter, with an 80-yard punt, which I originally thought it was a 90-yard punt because he punted it from the end zone line, but it counts from where the ball is snapped.
Mm-hmm.
So from the 10-yard line where the ball was snapped to the other 10-yard line, an 80-yard punt. Longest punt of the week. Congrats, Angus.
And our safety alerts for this week.
Safety alerts of the week. We had Sacred Heart and Stonehill. They were tied 0-0 at halftime. And the first score of the game was a Sacred Heart safety. 2-0.
Beautiful.
The third quarter, they're leading 2-0. Shout out to Sacred Heart. They wound up winning the game 12-7. So that was great. Prairie View got a safety. Wofford with a safety. McKendree with a safety on Indiana State. McKendree didn't do anything wrong. The snapper of McKendree didn't do anything here. The snapper of Indiana State airmailed it completely over the head of the Sycamores punter.
Nice.
Michigan State with a safety on Western Michigan. Toledo got that safety on Zach Calzada in Kentucky. McNeese with a safety, which apparently Louisiana College airmailed a snap from even further away, like 40-something yards away.
Jesus.
And I'm trying to get video of this.
How do you even yeet the snap that far?
You yeet it so far, and then it just starts tumbling out.
Yeah.
Like, it just... I need to get video because it was on ESPN Plus. It wasn't there.
It's like the Chef Boyardee can that follows you home.
Essentially, it was just tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. And then Virginia Tech got a safety in the game today. I had to add that. Like,
folks, that is almost all of week one. By the time you hear this, TCU, North Carolina will have happened. So you'll know the answer to that. We don't know what that is.
Let's make some really bold predictions about TCU, North Carolina.
Jordan at quarterback.
Ooh, okay. Is she running the option?
She's the only option.
Oh.
Counterpoint. Jordan up in the suite like Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And we see her like we see Taylor Swift.
Tom Brady at quarterback. He has an eligibility left.
Does he?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
He got a COVID waiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Say, the COVID year. Yeah, Tom Brady got the COVID year. He got to use that.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if they gave a COVID year to everybody?
Nice. Let everyone come back.
Can we take a second? Legitimately, and I hate that this is at the very end of the show, but can we take a second to acknowledge the guy in his 50s who's playing for Lycoming College?
Hell yes.
Or the 33-year-old Villanova punter.
And not playing a position like punter or kicker. My dude is a defensive lineman.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I would also like to take this moment to give Obnoxiously Pitt Boyfriend full credit for alerting me to this story, because Obnoxiously Pitt Boyfriend, as longtime listeners of this show know, does not like football, but he found this Penn Live article and immediately sent it to me.
Thank you for your service, Obnoxiously Pitt Boyfriend.
I'm going to say how the game ends on Monday night. Jordan blocks an extra point to win the game. 38-37, Tar Heels win.
And if that happens, we will talk to you about it on Tuesday. We will do our previews for week 2.
If something else happens, we'll talk about it on Tuesday too.
If Sonny Dykes loses to UNC like he did Dion, I feel bad for Sonny Dykes. It's the Sonny Dykes experience, man. Come on.
Thanks for joining us for week 1. We will be back here with your week 2 preview later this week.
It's Sid from Ice Age.